Good evening, everybody. How you doing? This is Darius, aka D Hop, coming to you live and direct. Guys, I hope you're having a fantastic Thursday, man. Right? I hope you got a good start to your month of March. Right? So, how you guys doing? If you guys can hear me, okay, give me some thumbs up if I can be if I'm heard, okay. Make sure you guys can hear me, okay. Give me some thumbs up. Thumbs up if you can hear me, okay. Late night Usually I'm on the markets trading at this time, so I took a couple of hours just trading for a little bit, and I decided just to get off of it. Right? Didn't like what the market was showing me, so I logged off so I can come live with you guys. Right? I don't go live anymore because I put my videos up on YouTube, everything like that. So, how you guys doing? Right? What's on you guys' mind? What's happening, man? What's happening? I just want to come up here and drop a couple of things that was on my mind last couple of days, right? How you guys doing? I see you guys logging in. What's up? You guys know how I do on my videos. Make sure you like and share my video. If you guys have any questions or anything like that for me, I'm an open book. I'm more than welcome to answer any questions that you may have. Rashid Akins, what's up, my brother? What's happening, man? What's happening? Laura, how you doing? Give it a little bit for people to log on, right? So, hope you guys having a fantastic start to your month. I think we're 5 days in. So I hope you guys are planning accordingly, getting your plans and working your plan, right? Because we all know if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? So I'm big on goal setting and things like that. So you never know where you're going if you don't plan, right? You don't know where you're going, right? You got to have a roadmap to your goals, right? A lot of people just go through life and just wandering, right? It's not the way to do it. You got to set goals and you got to complete the roadmap to complete your goals, right? Also, another thing that's on my mind is you can't qualify people who disqualify themselves, right? I'm going to say that again. You can't qualify people who disqualify themselves, right? This is why a lot of times people fall out with people. It's because you had them qualify for something that they didn't qualify for, right? This is big in the network marketing business, right? You can't make people do what they're not ready for, right? You can't make them do what they're not ready for, right? Because what they're not ready for, they do nothing, right? Always work with people who work for themselves, right? I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. A lot of people sit back and they wait for handouts, right? You don't want to do business with those people looking for handouts, right? You want somebody that's gonna work for themselves, right? That's gonna work, right? I'll run with you, but I'm not gonna carry you. That's just the way I run my business partnerships and things like that. I will run with you, but I'm not gonna carry you, right? A ship doesn't sink from the water around it. It sinks from water getting within, right? So you gotta watch what's in your circle. I don't chase people for any of my programs. I don't chase people. I don't persuade them. People's got to be willing to want to help themselves. They got to be willing to learn themselves, right? I'm not in the selling portion or the persuading portion when it comes to business, right? I'm a type of person who's like, well, this and that. Your program this, sell me on your program. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Our programs speak for themselves. I will send you the link. You can do your own research based off of what we offer. If it's for you, sign up. If not, that's cool too, right? I'm not in the business of persuading or getting people to do something, because when you persuade somebody to do something they want you to do, you're gonna always do that, right? Just like if you have to beg somebody to join a problem, appreciate it. Just like if you have to persuade somebody to do something and they do it, then they look for you to take the next step, right? Okay, I did this, now what? Like, no, man, you got to find self. You got to find self leaders, right? You got to look for self leaders. Also in businesses, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but 80% of millionaires are first-time millionaires for their families, right? 80%. So 80% of people, 80% of millionaires made themselves a millionaire, right? Only 20% of millionaires came from wealthy families. So that's good news for everybody out there if you're not a millionaire, right? I follow and I'm actually friends with a couple of millionaires on my Facebook page, right? Some of them are probably on the live right now, right? You just don't know it. I'm not going to call them out, but they're millionaires, right? They're like truly millionaires, right? And they're first generation millionaires, right? You just gotta do it, right? I dare everybody out there. I dare you to fail. I dare you to fail. I dare you to try something to fail. I dare you, right? I dare you to fail. It's okay to fail, right? It's okay to fail, but get back up. If you do fail, get back up, right? Donnie McClurkin said a long time ago, we all fall down, but you got to get up, right? You got to get up. A lot of people, I don't know where. If you want to learn business, all you got to do is watch the relentless. You got to watch a child, right? Watch a child, right? This is what I mean by watching a child. When you tell a child no, what do? They keep going, right? They keep doing it. No, you keep going, right? They ask you a question, you say no, they go to the next person. They just keep going and keep going. They don't let no phase them. Somehow between a child and adulthood, we start getting afraid of the word no, right? Even for my people in the multi-level industry, you got to go for the no, right? You got to go for the no, because each no, you're that closer to a yes, right? You don't, just because somebody tells you no, that means you just don't build with them. That don't mean you stop building, right? And that goes for everybody in their dreams. Somebody may not believe in your dream. That just means you ain't building with them, right? That's just all that means, right? I've had managers and bosses that didn't support what I'm doing. That's fine. I'm just not gonna do it with them. You know what I'm saying? Friends that don't, they don't want to build with me. That's fine. I just won't build with them. That's just how I feel about it. I'm not gonna stop because you don't see my vision. You don't see my dreams. I'm not gonna stop because of that. And I encourage everybody out there to not do it too. Whatever you got your mind set on that you want to do it. Don't worry about what if somebody else says, or if somebody's going to say no, or what somebody's going to say about you. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. People are going to talk about you if you work your dreams. They're going to talk about you if you don't, right? So you might as well do it, right? There's a lot of great ideas and great inventors that took their ideas to the grave. They died with them, right? Don't be that way, right? Work your dreams and work your dreams and your passion, okay? Make your passion a business, right? Life is too short. It's selfish to think that you have time, okay? It's selfish to think you have time. Oh, I'll do something tomorrow. Or I'll do it next week. I'll do it next month. I'll do it next year. You don't put off anything for the next day that you can do today. Right? You don't put off anything. That's selfish to think that you have more time. Okay? It's selfish to think that. Okay? Tomorrow is promised, but it's not promised to you. You don't know what happens tomorrow. Right? You want to live life to its fullest every single day, right? I see a problem, and a lot of people just don't believe in themselves anymore. They don't believe in themselves, and I think this is a killer. This is a killer to a lot of people not being successful in life, because they don't believe it in their own mind, right? And that's where it starts. It has to start with you. You believe it in your own mind. That's the only person that needs to believe it, guys. You. You don't worry about if your significant other believes in you. It doesn't matter if your friends doesn't believe you. It doesn't matter if your boss doesn't. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, your boss will never pay you enough to be his neighbor. That's just fact, right? Everybody who's been successful has had people doubt them, right? People doubted Jeff Bezos when he started Amazon. They said no one will buy books online, is what they told him. He had a $10,000 loan that he got. I believe he got it from his parents. And they said there's no way people will not buy books online, right? We all know Jeff Bezos is the richest guy in the world now with Amazon, right? They said it wouldn't work. Michael Dell, he says, I want to sell computers direct to people online. They said it would not work, right? He said it wouldn't work. You can't sell direct. Y'all remember a long time ago, maybe 10 years ago, the Dell commercials? Dude, you're getting a Dell. Right. He was selling direct to consumer. They said it wouldn't work. He said he wanted to bypass the stores, and he did it. He became a billionaire. Dells are now in stores now, but a lot of people bought Dells. Okay? They bought Dells directly from Dell because they said it would not work. So it doesn't matter what other people think. They may not think you have a good idea, but that's all right. You keep going. That just means you ain't building with them. That's all that means. Because I would tell you something. Strangers will support you more than people you know. Strangers will support you more than friends and family. So why are you letting friends and family determine what you do? Strangers will support you. I don't have one family member in any of my businesses. I don't have one family member in one of my businesses. Not one. Not one. Right? I've had family members in my business. It's not going to work. And that's fine. And that's totally fine. Because strangers support you more than your friends and family. So why are we letting friends and family determine what we do? Just saying. I'm going to tell you right now, they're not really going to support you. They're not going to. You don't look for them to support you because they're not going to. They may say they will, they're not going to. Especially if you're talking about them spending money. They're not going to. If they do, that's fine, right? That's fine. But I'm going to tell you, the statistics behind it, it ain't going to. Mr. Lasang, what's happening, brother? The statistics are against you on that, right? But I believe people are they don't believe in themselves, okay? They don't see themselves being successful. And I think that's a couple of reasons why people don't see themselves successful is because a lot of people really don't see real success, right? They look at their boss at work and they look at that as success. But if you really look behind, if you really look at your bosses, what do you really see, right? Your bosses is always at work, right? They're always at work. You may think they get paid more money than you, and they probably do. But they're always there. Their salary. They're working 60, 70 hours a week. Is that a life you want? If it is, hey, do what he do. Get with him. Let him be a mentor. Let them be a mentor to you. Okay? It's not the way I want, right? I want to work less and get paid more. Like any other American, right? I want to work no hours a day and get paid 6, 7 figures. No different than anybody else, right? But that's just not reality. You got to put in work. You got to put in work. A lot of times you got to put in the work and not get paid for it, right? You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work when you're not getting paid. So that way, when you're getting paid, you're putting in less work because you put in the work when you wasn't getting paid. That's what throws people off. You gotta spend more time on the process and stop chasing the bag, right? When you master the process, the bag comes with it. A lot of people don't want to master the process. You must master the process, right? When you master the process, the bag comes with it, right? And you can keep the bag, right? But I think that's one of the reasons they don't really see success, right? They don't have a proper mentorship of seeing success, right? A lot of people just don't want to invest in themselves because they just don't believe in themselves. And I'm going to tell you straight up, if you, I'm trying to find out where the camera is, if you don't believe in yourself, who will? If you don't believe in yourself, who will? Right? If you don't invest in yourself, why should somebody else? If you don't invest in yourself, why should somebody else? Right? There's a lot, guys, we do still have the American dream, right? You just got to work for it. That's one part that is left out of the American dream. You can have whatever you want to in life. You can do whatever you want to in life. You just got to work for it, guys. You got to work for it, right? A doctor isn't a doctor because he woke up and said he wanted to be a doctor one day. No, he studied and did a lot of work. He stayed up a lot of days to become a doctor, right? After he finished his doctorate, he had to do a residency. Okay, he had to do a long-term residency, and a lot of times he's not paid well for it. A lot of times they're in so much debt that they're not even living well as a doctor for many years, right? But it's the process that they get good at. Lawyers is the same way, right? Lawyers is the same way, right? You have to learn to embrace the process. The bag is in the process, guys. The bag is in the process. The money is in the process, okay? If you skip the process, you are skipping the result, okay? I always say that. If you skip the process, you are skipping the result, okay? Always remember that. When you're going through something that you don't want to go through, if you skip that part, you're skipping the result, right? Some people's process is to work 15 years. You're going to learn how to be, you got to learn to follow well before you can ever lead, right? I'm the type of person, I'm not talking bad about 9 to 5s because I have one, right? It's a process, guys. It's a process, right? It's a process. It's a process, right? I'll tell people, jobs are great. They are, because it pays your bills right now. But don't rely on solely a job, because like I said earlier today, your boss will never pay you enough to be his neighbor, right? So that's not the end game for me, right? It's not the end game for me. I use the paycheck from a job to invest into me for my future. So in the future, when my boss and my coworkers are still at work, I'm retiring. Because you can always remember, retirement is by income, not by age, right? You can retire at any age if your income is there. Always remember that, because you can do whatever you want to do, right? I'm not a person that's going to say, hey, you need to join me, join my business. I'm over that, right? I'm over that, right? I've already built a 6-figure business. I've already done that, right? I'm here to help anybody else become that. I've already built a 6-figure business before. I've already done that, right? I've done that already. Okay, I'm here to help other people do the same thing, and that's it, right? That's just how I do. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta invest in yourself, and you gotta fix what the issue is. Whatever the problem is, you gotta fix that problem. Whatever your problem is, if your problem is credit, you gotta fix it. If your problem is income, you gotta fix it. You can't just sit back and just say, "Oh, it is what it is," right? It is what it is. Okay, I hear a lot of people say that. It is what it is. My life sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, if that's what it is, then you can't complain about something you're not willing to change. You can't. You cannot complain about something you're not willing to change. Okay, because if you're not willing to change it, you're actually choosing it. That's just the way. That's just a harsh reality, guys. A lot of people don't want to talk truth. A lot of people don't want to talk fact. They would rather a dressed up lie than the naked truth. That's just how it is, guys. And honestly, I'm not built that way, right? I'm not built that way. I'll tell somebody straight up, don't don't join my programs if that's your mindset. I don't need that, right? I'm not gonna be desperate for your sign up, right? Because it's gonna bite me in the end, and I ain't with it, right? I'm not with it. I'm not. I didn't build a 6-figure business to let it crumble off one person. No, I've turned away way more business than I've got, and that's just all the way fact. All money ain't good money. So, I'm here to help out anybody I can. If anybody has questions on credit or anything like that, hit me up. Anybody have questions on Forex, hit me up. It is what it is. Especially on Forex. If you got a question on Forex, I'm probably gonna say, hey, just become a student, man. Just become a student. If it's Forex, just become a student, man. Because I'm learning it as well. And this platform it teaches everything, right? So what your question is probably covered in the training. I'm just gonna say, just become a student. And that's it. That's just all the way I can say on that. Just become a student, right? And if you guys don't know, Forex is a foreign exchange. We're helping people make money without selling or recruiting. Pretty much what it is, okay? And you're just learning the Forex market, which is the world's largest financial market, okay? $6.6 trillion a day business, right? And people got to learn the market. It's just like the stock market, learning the stock market, right? The only difference is your stock market, you're investing into companies, and Forex, you're investing into currencies, which is money around the world. But yeah, I'm here just to build. I'm here to build a brand, right? I'm here to build a brand, not just a business, not just credit, not just Forex. I'm here to build a brand. My thinking is way bigger than most people think, right? Most people, they see the guy that taught credit for a while. Man, it's bigger than that now, guys. It's way bigger than that. I'm not letting anybody put me in a I'm not letting anybody typecast me. It's like pretty much putting somebody in a box. Saying that this guy's nah. Guys, I'm trying to do it all, right? I'm trying to do it all. My goal is to be, my goal is to make 6 figures in a week. Is what my goal is gonna be. The only way I can get there is I help other people do that. Right? That's the only way to get there, right? It's not about what your accomplishments are, what you can do for you. It's about how you can impact somebody else, right? It's how you can impact somebody else's life, how you can actually change somebody else's life. That's actually what it's about. When you're in church and they tell you to pray for somebody else and your blessings come, right? Business is the same way. You help somebody else business, and then business comes to you. That's just how it goes, right? But it starts with an investment of yourself, right? We're here to enjoy life, right? Not just to pay bills and die. That's not what it was meant for. So we got to do what we're meant to do is enjoy life and have fun. That's just the way it goes. Charles, what's happening, brother? That's just the way it is. Okay, I'm not a person that's gonna try to recruit you into anything. I'm over that. I'm done with that. Right? I'm done with that. People need help with credit, I'm just going to send you a link. You can look at it, see if it's for you. If it is, sign up. If it's not, no harm, no foul. That's just the way it is, guys. That's just the way it is. Because when you try to persuade somebody into something, they're gonna say, well, "You told me to do this," because people like to blame other people. That's just the way it is. Okay, instead of looking at the mirror, they blame themselves. Right? You told me to do this, and you said, no. You're going to make your own decisions, right? I may lose business from it. It's all good. I sleep better at night, right? I sleep better at night, right? I encourage everybody to self-educate in whatever it is, okay? Self-educate. Even if it's politics, if it's business, whatever, self-educate. Stop reading so much on one person's perspective and get your own perspective on things, right? Just enjoy life, man. Just enjoy life. Life is wonderful, right? Trying to think what else is on my mind. Yeah, man. I dare anybody out there to fail, right? Failure is part of the process, right? So when you fail, you're on your way to success. So failure is a part of success. You ask anybody who's ever succeeded in anything, and you ask them, if anybody who ever succeeded in anything said they never fail, they're lying to you. They're lying to you, right? They're lying to you. Failure is a part of success, right? Failure is a part of success. So I dare you to fail. I dare you to fail, and I dare you to keep going after you fail, because you're going to be that much closer to success, right? Always remember that. Always remember that, okay? You're going to be successful in anything you set your mind, heart, and soul to. But yes, you have to work at it. It's no different when you first worked your job. You didn't know what you were doing, but you had to learn it, right? You had to learn it. And some of you guys became good at it, right? Like my man Charles is a police officer. He wasn't good at being a police officer at a birthday. He got on the force. You had to get good at it, right? My man Rashid Akins, who sells Hondas. He wasn't good selling Hondas, but he worked at it, right? He'd tell you that. Man, me and Rashid was in the same training class selling cars, and he was the last person in the whole training class to sell a car. The last one was like, man, this not for me. Stick with it, man. Stick with it. And he did. And he's the last one standing there. Everybody else is gone. He's the last one standing. Been there 8 years strong. So shout out my brother Rashid Akins, man. He's holding in there, right? From everything. He's grown into management, finance. He's done it all, man. And he was the last person to sell a car. Doubting himself, but he kept grinding. He kept with the process, and the process worked for him. Right? This is all the way facts, man. I don't make these stories up. This is all the way fact. Right? All the way fact. Okay? I tell people when it was like, man, I don't believe this, and I don't believe it ain't this, it ain't that. I tell people, and I tell them straight up, you can be right or you can be happy. You choose. Okay, I'm not gonna persuade you. You can be right or you can be happy, right? That's just the way it is. I'm not gonna be blowing people's inboxes up and blowing their text messages up. Nah, man. Either one of you don't, right? Either you want or you don't. That's just the way I am rolling. 2020, I told you from before. 2020, it's gonna be for me. Right? I'm rolling for me, right? I've done the credit thing for about 3.5 years, right? I've built it, right? It's there. It's great, right? It's there. It's great. I'm taking 2020 for me. I'm taking it for me, right? If people want to go on the ride with me, let's roll. If not, it's all good, right? It's all good. I'm not going to sit there and twist your arm and be, I may follow up with you like 1 or 2 times on Facebook, like, hey, we doing this? After that, nah, I'm not persuading people to do anything. All right, I'm not. I'm just not. It's just people's excuses are too expensive for me. Right? People's excuses is too expensive for me. I can't afford it. I can't afford your excuses. Right? From everything. It's 60 degrees outside. Nah, whatever. No. Your excuses are too expensive for me, right? I can't do it, right? You gotta find a way. If you don't find a way, you find an excuse. That goes with anything. Okay, if you don't find a way to do something, you're gonna always find an excuse. That's just 100% facts, right? So I'm in here. I'm building my brand. You guys see my logos. Got my own website, www.4xkingd.com. Make sure you go to that website. You can follow me on all social media platforms. I got my YouTube page and all that on there as well. Guys, I'm about building my brand. That's all it is. I'm about building my brand, right? I'm not a person that's gonna recruit or anything like that. It's not what I'm about right now. It's not. The last 3.5 years, 4 years. Oh yeah, I was all about recruiting into something. No, no longer. That phase is gone. Okay, that phase is gone, right? Because I realized something. Confused people do nothing, right? Confused people won't ask the question on why you're confused. They just do nothing, right? They just do nothing. That's just like if I'm showing somebody the Forex market, if they're confused, they won't even raise a hand to say, "Hey, man, I'm confused. How is this benefiting me?" They won't do it. They just won't do anything. They won't think about learning it or nothing. They just do nothing, right? They just go back with what they know. Right, wrong, or indifferent. It's all good. Like I said, nobody out there's a bill. My bill does not come in anybody out there's name on it. They come in mine. So I can't rely on. I gotta look out for me, right? I gotta look out for self. That may be selfish, but in this world, to become successful, you're gonna have to be some type of selfish, right? But I don't mind helping anybody. I really don't. But to receive help, you have to help yourself. You gotta help yourself. You got to help yourself. For somebody to invest their time and energy into you, you're gonna have to invest your time, energy, and money back. You're gonna have to. You have to. Because if you don't invest in you, who will? Why should somebody else? If you're not gonna invest in you, why should somebody else? Right? If you don't think enough of yourself to invest into your future, why should anybody waste any time on you? I mean, you got to really look at yourself and think about that. Think about what you can invest in yourself. Don't worry about the green Jordans that came out last week, right? That's like $200 right there. That could have went into something for you, something to build your future, right? Them Jordans not going to mean anything to you next month. They're not going to mean anything to you next month because they're going to probably be another Jordan out and that's it, right? They mean nothing, guys. They mean nothing. Nothing. People spend more money on trying to look successful instead of spending the money on the knowledge to be successful. Think about that. Think about that. You want to look successful or you want to be successful? That's something you're going to have to answer for yourself, right? That's something you're going to have to answer for yourself. Guys, this is the real world. This is not middle school. This is not high school no more. Everybody does not get a participation trophy in the real world, right? Those things mean nothing. Just like in Baby Boys about guns and butters, right? You want to invest in things that appreciate in value, right? The new Jordans, right? I love Jordans like the next person. I love Jordan. I'm about to cop the Carolina Blue 11s. And you know that drip is serious, right? That drip is serious. I'm gonna cop the 11, the Carolina Blue 11s. I'm gonna get them, right? I am going to get them. I'll probably get them next week, right? But understand this. I invested in me first before I invested in Jordans, right? Just like Michael Jordan invested into himself before Nike ever did, right? Michael Jordan invested in himself before University of North Carolina and Dean Smith ever did. He invested his time to learn the game, to get good at the game. So why don't you think you need to invest in you? You have to. You have to. You have to invest in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. And you have to claim it for yourself. That's my message to you. Right? So, if you guys have any questions for me, make sure you get in contact with me. You guys know how to get in. You're on my platform here, so you know how to get in contact with me. Make sure you like and share this video, right? Like and share this video. I may go look at the charts for a little bit, see if they're giving me anything before I turn in for the night and start this Friday, right? It's the weekend, right? Heading to the casino this weekend. So we're making moves, man. We make a move. It's all about it, right? We make a move for a better future. If you don't like where you're at, you got to change something. Okay? If you always do what you've always done, you're going to always get what you've always gotten. Right? Guys, the best is yet to come for you. I'm foreseeing it, and I'm telling you. The best for you, the best is yet to come. And guys, I'm going to tell you straight up, with all of my heart, I'm going to see all you guys at the top. I promise you that. Right? Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace and love to all you guys. Have a good night.